I started doing hydroponics about 4 months ago. I started out with the Aero Garden and then got myself an aquaponics, and then I got myself a Martian tower garden. And the reason I got the Martian tower garden was because I thought, wow, I can grow 80 plants at a time. It was a big mistake. So it turns out that the Martian tower garden was way too tall for me, so I had to take a couple of levels down, and I ended up only using about 20 out of the 80 slots. In total, I spent $649 on eBay for it, and I thought, wow, what a great deal. But then within the first week, I had to purchase a new pump. Because of the largeness of the interior, I ended up buying an air stone and another pump. And I also replaced the timer so that I could run the water system more frequently than I could with the timer that came with it. So then I ended up spending another $100 or so on those kinds of things. And in another video, I document all the other issues that I've had with flooding, and that's why the rags are under there. The system is actually very nicely made in terms of the plastic. And the module system is great. When you put it together, it looks really nice. And then the algae starts setting in, which won't be too much to clean up. But it's going to be a very difficult system to take apart. And I'm going to move it into the yard this spring and try growing out in the yard instead of in the house. The footprint of this one is about 27 inches, and for my house is just way too big. And the Growlights that came with it were supposed to hang on top of the unit, and that was too difficult, so I attached it to a room divider, and that has worked beautifully because you want to be able to move the lights away from the plants as they get bigger so that you don't get leaf burn. I'm excited today because I'm going to replace that Martian tower garden with a Mr. Stacky system called the Smart Farm Setup. The Smart Farm Setup costs $249. You will have to get some Growlights and you'll have to get some Grow Medium. The setup comes with a 16-gallon reservoir with a tube on the side that is an indicator of what the water level is inside. You will get 5 big trays. They're about 17 inches in diameter, and that will give you a total of 20 slots. Also in the kit, you will get the reservoir, and then you will have the pump, male adapters, PVC pipe, a connector, and a manifold that goes on top for irrigating, and as I said, the 5 trays. You'll get the pump is a really nice pump, and then you will get a really nice digital timer and some nutrients. And again, what you have to purchase is Grow Medium and some Growlights, and figure out how you want to place the Growlights around your plants, because you definitely will need extra lighting. The instructions for this are very, very simple and easy to follow. Again, the problem is not a problem, but you'll have to decide what kind of medium you want. Because I didn't want to have to use a lot of medium, I chose to buy some 13-inch trays. And so that's what I've done, is I've put a large tray on the bottom, and then I've put 8 of the other trays on, and so I will be able to do 32 plants in this system. So the cost of that system ends up to be about $349 once you buy all the other things. The other option is, if you don't want to buy the setup, there are many people on YouTube that will show you how they put one together. You just basically need to get a 5-gallon bucket. You can get a lid for it or not, and just place the trays like this into the system and set yourself up by buying some of the other items. Hopefully this video will have helped you decide what to do, but I recommend that you think small instead of big, and think about the diameter of the system. Make sure that the Growlights are something that you can move away from the plants as they get larger. and you want to be able to have relatively easy access to the reservoir, and one that's big enough that you're not constantly adding water to it. So again, the Martian tower garden has only a reservoir of 7 gallons or so, and I found myself constantly putting water in it. So I would never use the system for indoors again, but hopefully the Martian tower garden will work outside and my Mr. Stacky will serve me well indoors. Thanks for watching.